Welcome to Great Talking Entertainment. I'm your host, KJ, and today's video is my non spoiler review for the new movie, which is out in theaters right now, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. This is my non spoiler review. So, you've seen the hype, you've seen the conversation, you might have seen it trending. And if you're an anime fan and you're just not sure if you should just wait till it hits the streaming service or not, well, let me be the one convince you to go check it out right now in theaters because this is an anime that just lives up to it. So, again, this is my non spoiler review. So, if you have not seen it yet, go check it out. And if I did, please let me know if I inspired you to check it out in the comments below. So, before we start, could you please hit that thumbs up button? That would help my YouTube channel so much, and I would truly appreciate it. So, again, this is my non spoiling review. Sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Now, this film lives up to the Demon Slayer series with all the action packed like a true anime, and this film has such a colorful animation to it when it comes to the fight scenes, the drama, the love, everything you can imagine. And it's just so fun to watch. And it's a 2 hour movie that just does not feel like a 2 hour movie. The way they were showing everything you can possibly imagine. So this is a great movie. And anime fans, you are gonna truly enjoy it. So let me start with the things that I did not like about it first. So the first thing is I feel like they should focus more on the main characters like Tanjiro. I feel like they focus like a little too much on the other characters that I feel like some of their stories could have been told in another season of the Demon Slayer series. And I feel like they spent way too much time on backstories and just, you know, they did everything I love about Demon Slayer, and they did everything that I just don't like about Demon Slayer in this film. And that's one of the things, like, I understand that might be an anime thing, but for a movie like this, I wish they focused more on the main characters. Because again, some of these other characters, their little story, their history, could have been told in another season of Demon Slayer. Number two, they should, again, this kind of relates to the first one. I wish they focused more on the main villain because there was other villains in here, which again, they could have just put that in another season of Demon Slayer as well. I don't mind having like there were certain characters that they definitely did focus on when it comes to the good guys and the bad guys and all that. But there was just other ones that just we never met. If you're just watching the show, like if you're not reading about it, then I understand that. But there is like a character that they could have just put in like another season of Demon Slayer. And so this with those two is they just are focusing more on introducing and not just tidying up on the main characters on their story arc, if that makes sense. But that's what I also didn't like about. I think the main villain of the Demon Slayer series in this film the main one should definitely had more scenes, have more time on the screen, and hear the main villain just speak about things, give us another history, give us a new intake. That's what I was hoping out of that. And then my last thing that I didn't like about, which is number three, um, I wish they just focus more on. Again, I wish they would just focus on the things that were more important. So the thing I'm trying to make point is they're just focusing. They focus so much more on other things than the more important things in this film. Now, again, I liked it. I loved it. I really loved it, and I don't mind getting introduced to new characters in this series, and hopefully to seeing another season of Demon Slayer. But those again, it just lacked a lot of focus on the main ones, which you see them a lot, and you hear them talk and all that, and they have the main ones have an awesome fight scene. So I think the most thing is just they all lack the focus on those. So that's my only three complaints about this whole movie is that. And again, it's not a bad thing. It's not a big deal because again, in the long run, this movie's still gonna be fun to rewatch over again. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not that bad. I was just if I had to figure out the things I didn't like about it, those would be the three things. So that's my only complaint. Not a big deal. Now let's talk about the things I did like about it. The first one I did like about it is I like that they made a tough decision, which I wish they didn't do, but they did it, and I totally get why they made this decision. I understand why. Again, they're going if you read the Demon Slayer stuff in books and stuff, then you understand why they went this continue on. And it was such a heartbreaking moment for me because this is a character that I just enjoyed. But there was not just one; there was multiple characters that I truly enjoyed. But man, they really, they really, 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 they really went there and they pulled the trigger on it. And that's why I love this anime about it, and that's why I love anime in general, because they do it. They're not scared and they don't held back on it. Number two, there was a certain villain in here that they talked about and they gave a great backstory. And what I liked about it is they unvilified him as a character, and I don't want to spoil who, but if you watch it, if you watch the Demon Slayer series, you'll know what I'm talking about. But they really gave you a chance to like, okay, maybe some of these people who become the demons, and now demons are different in anime versus like your American horror. And what they did is not all of them are quote unquote the bad guys. You know, some have a good heart. Some just went through some really tough times in life. And there was one, I don't want to spoil it because it'll spoil the whole movie if I bring it up in this non spoilers. I got to be very careful. There's one demon character that really tugged my heart. And I would compare it to like in Star Wars terms. He's definitely an Anakin Skywalker type character. And I just he's such a badass, and I get why he was doing what he's doing. But man, what an ending. And which leads me to number 3, Tanjiro, the main character of Demon Slayer, like the star of this thing. What an epic moment. That was so cool seeing, and to see this character go through some tough times, some devastating moments that just shook him up, and you see him fight through it. You see him never giving up. You see him just get he I mean they I mean the she, he everybody was laying the smackdown on him. I mean, he was getting a whooping on this in this movie, and to see Tanjiro just kill it in this, it was just awesome. And of course, I love the voice actors, and I'm referring to the English dub voice actors. They just, man, you can tell you can tell like they really were passionate about this and they really wanted to make sure this movie was going to be good. They put the emotions in there. They made you believe in these characters. They made you feel sad for the characters. They made you be against these characters, and it was so cool. And again, another thing I loved about it was just the fighting style, the animation to the fighting, where you see the water or a giant insect bug that flies, or you see flames or lightning storms. It was just so good, and I honestly I loved it. It was fun. It was just so fun to watch, and I went and seen it twice, and I just loved everything about it. The next time I see it, I'm gonna wait till it hits streaming service, and I just can't wait till it does because it's just gonna be fun again to watch. And Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie is in my top five, and it may be my number one film of 2025. And every movie has come out so far in this year of 2025. This might be in the number one spot, but I'm gonna hold off because there's a few more movies that are coming out at this year before we get to 2026. So I'm gonna hold that number one spot, but this is definitely passes Deadpool, Wolverine, Captain America, Brave New World, Avengers, the Thunderbolts movie, aka the New Avengers, and some other ones like Jurassic Park Rebirth. It it may take the number one spot. I don't know yet. There's a few more movies that I am going to see this year that may take that spot, but this is definitely in my top five movies of 2025, and I hope you guys, especially if you're an anime fan, you're going to love this. You're going to enjoy this. And this Demon Slayer show, movie, all that, the show and the movie are so good at times. And yeah, they have their flaws. They have all their flaws, but other than that, this was really good. And I hope whatever it's another movie or another season, I can't not wait to see what happens next because the cliffhanger is totally a anime thing. So definitely worth it. So if I had to give it a 1 out of 10, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I mean, it's for an anime show or movie, I should say. It's up there. My man, it was good, and the music to it that plays in the background. Ooh, I loved it. I loved it. It was good. It was bopping for me personally. So 8.5 for that. But that is my non-spoiler review for Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. Guys, I hope you go see this. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talking Entertainment official channel. Subscribe, hit that notification button so you can always be updated with all my latest content. Thank you guys, and peace out.